Okay, so I don't care how bad I look because I'm really fucking pissed. And this is going to be another rant on things that piss me off. Okay, so things that piss me off. Parents who refuse to let their child grow. Okay? And I'm saying this as from a punk type perspective, point of view, kind of. Like, my best friend, she's into the punk type shit. And she likes colorful hair. She likes, you know, all of this and bands and, whatever. And her mom refuses to let her enjoy her music. And she refuses to let her hang out with me because she thinks I'm the one influencing it. Let's, oh my gosh. I have so much I want to say, but I can't be making this video like an hour long. But like, even before she met me, she was all into bands and she was all into coloring hair and body modifications and whatever. And I feel like parents should let their children grow. Because technically, if you're under the age of 18, then you are technically a child. And I'm not saying, let your 12-year-old get a tattoo. I'm just saying, let your child grow. Because if you shelter them for the rest of their lives, and then once they turn 18, you want them out of the house, and they need to be themselves, they're not going to know what the fuck to do because you've been telling them exactly what to do their entire lives. Like, I have no words for this type of stupidity. Like, sorry, I'm reading a text, but like, I don't even care if a parent who thinks this way sees this, because this is what I think. I think you're stupid, okay? I feel like you have no right to tell your child that they can't be themselves and they can't be creative. Like, great, you made them, cool. But if you're going to be as narrow-minded as not letting them dress the way they want and listen to the music they want just because you think it's satanic or you think it's bad for them, then shut the fuck up and go somewhere, because you do not need to be in their lives. Like, ugh, I can't. I just think these type of people are really immature. I'm not saying that you have to think exactly like me, like, oh, be a free-for-all type person. I'm just saying, why can't you give your child that type of freedom that they're gonna need when they grow up? You shelter them for the rest of their lives. They're never gonna grow up. They're never gonna understand that, they have to make their own choices. And when you die, they're fucked. I'm just saying, like, I cannot. Parents like this make me very angry. Again, I'm not saying, let your 12-year-old go get tattooed, or, not every 12-year-old has to get, like, body modifications, and, like, 15-year-olds don't need to be out, wearing, like, slut outfits or whatever. I'm just saying, like, let them start to evolve, and let them be who they want. Because they're going to resent you if you keep denying them what they want. Because the more you tell them no, the more they're going to want to do it. And that's true about every fucking kid. Dude, even Romeo and Juliet were like, oh, you don't want me to be with that bitch? I'm going to go be with that bitch. And you know what? Just to prove that I'm going to do what the fuck I want, I'm going to kill myself. Do you want your kid to kill yourself? No. So you need to calm the fuck down. Ugh. I can't. Like, I just hate really narrow-minded people. I'm not saying you have to think exactly like me, but I'm saying the least you can do is just open your mind a little bit to what they have to say. Like, one of my best friend's mom, she refuses to even, like, give it a chance. She won't even listen to any type of music that her daughter likes. I can't. Like, if her daughter wants to dye her hair, let her. If she wants to listen to some really loud metal-ass punk screamo music, then do it. Let her be herself, okay? You have to give us some wiggle room to grow, alright? And the thing about me being a bad influence, I am not a bad influence. I have great grades. I'm not going to say straight A's because I think I have a B in one of my classes. But it's still a good grade. Okay, I have great, amazing grades. And I do all this volunteer stuff that's like, oh, let's go to the library, let's do this, let's go to an elementary school and talk to them about bullying, which I actually did last week. Okay, I went to a bunch of elementary schools and talked about bullying to little kids. Okay? I am a very good person, okay? But she just judged me on my hair and my stretched ears. I don't even have any facial piercings because my mom says, don't do that. And, like, my mom isn't as close-minded as most people's moms. It's like, you can't do anything. Like, of course, she was against all of this, but I did it. And it's not like she made me, like, shave my head or dye it back right away. She was just like, I don't like it. But she respects it. So, I mean, she will talk a few things about it, and she'll be like, why do you do that? Da, 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 da. But at least she knows that this is what I like, And at least she lets me listen to my type of music. At least she lets me buy, like, plugs and stuff, and I just can't. Like, my mother is not into what I'm into, and I understand that. That's perfectly fine. But, she doesn't try to change me. She knows I'm not going to change, and I appreciate that. But, like, for the parents who have children like me, who try to rebel and have their own little stage, I don't even know if this is a phase or I'm going to be like this forever. I don't know. I'm not saying anything about it. But I'm saying that those parents who are trying to morph their kids into something that their kids don't want to be. Like, the more you push them to be a perfect little Barbie, the more they're going to want to be the opposite of that. It's like you don't even love your kids for who they are. And that's what makes me so mad about these type of parents. Like, they want a certain child, but they won't accept them for who they are. Especially ones, like, it's not even the pop punk, like, area. It can be, oh, my son's gay, I'm going to disown him and kick him out of the house. I hate those type of parents so much. For, like, who knows how long. Okay, say this child is 16, okay? Comes out to his parents, says, oh, I'm gay, I like guys. You have raised that child for 16 damn years, and then you're going to kick him out just because he likes guys. What sense does that make? Please explain this to me, because I will never understand narrow-minded people and why they won't accept anything that doesn't agree with their thinking. Like, oh my gosh. I say, do you, and I'll do me. As long as it doesn't affect other people, then do whatever the fuck you please. Like, murder, that affects other people. Don't do that. But, like, things like dyeing your hair, that doesn't affect anybody. Okay? That affects you and only you. You want colorful hair? Good for you. Have colorful hair. Have rainbow hair for all I give a shit. Okay? Shave your head for all I care. I don't care. Okay? As long as it makes you happy, do you. But if it starts to affect other people, like you're going around and hurting people, and you're stealing, and you're doing all this shit that's hurting people around you, then no, stop. Don't do that. But I'm saying, like, okay, this boy's gay, he tells his parents kick him out. What happened to I will always love you, that I raised you since you were born, da 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 da. I can't. I cannot. Like, parents who disown their kids because they don't have the same type of thinking as you do. I don't even understand it. Like, I was gonna make a status about how angry these type of parents make me, but I was so angry that I had to make a video. And now that I'm making a video, I can't even get my words right because I am so angry. Like, the other day, I was walking into, Walgreens to get, hair dye because, my hair is really faded, and it's actually really messed up right now, so ignore the hair. But, it's actually really faded right now. It's like a lavender when it's supposed to be like a dark purple. Well, actually, it was blue for a while, but, not the point. But, like, it's like a lavender now, and it's fading, and so I was, like, shopping for hair dye, and this, like, 70-year-old man walks up to me. He's like, you're a disgrace to society, you're the reason why this generation is going downhill, da-da-da-da-da. I'm sorry that I'm not, like, how the people were, like, 50 years ago, who were all racist and against any kind of different type of thinking. Sure, how about we go back to where whites had a certain type of drinking fountain, and then blacks had a different type of drinking fountain, and us Asians can go back to Asia and be like, Ting Tong Wang, let's fucking make clothes for your ass for 20 cents a day. No, bitch. I do not want that, okay? People like that are the reason why I am so angry all the time. Like, they try to change people and try to make them think exactly how they think. And I'm just like, dude, chill the fuck out. I'm gonna be me, you're gonna be you. If you wanna be an asshole, go for it. And I will be this little punk rock bitch who does not care for what you think. As long as you're not interfering with my life and I'm not interfering with yours, fine. And grown-ups think that, the whole, I know I'm referring to the punk rock community a lot, but, this works for any type of, like, punk, not punk, I know I'm referring it to punk a lot, but I'm saying, like, any kind of community at all, like, the lesbian, gay, trans community, or, okay, sorry, text, but, it can be any kind of community, like, maybe popular community, or just, some parents don't even want their kids to be in a certain club. Like, some kids want to play music for the rest of their lives, but all their parents want them to do is be, like, an accountant or sit in a cubicle and do nothing. And that's what I'm talking about, is how parents try to morph you into being something that you're not, and that's what angers me. But, the main focus for me, because I can relate to it, is the whole punk rock community, because a lot of people do judge me, and they do say a lot of shit about how I look like. Like, they don't know anything about me, and that's what drives me crazy. Like, they look at me, and they think I'm this horrible person who does drugs, and goes around and probably beats everyone up, or whatever. That's what people see when they think punk. But really, we're, like, the most caring and most sensitive type of people ever. Like, I went to Warped Tour once, and this girl, she was, like, hyperventilating, and she couldn't breathe because she accidentally got pushed into the mosh pit. And so many people stopped moshing and carried her out just to make sure she would live. And they didn't just carry her out of the crowd. They carried her all the way to the red little first aid station. And I was like, holy shit, you guys rock. But, and there were so many stories about how, this kid would be in a wheelchair and his dream would be to crowd surf. And, people would pick him up and crowd surf him, even though that wheelchair probably weighs, like, 300 pounds plus the person, so like 400 pounds. We will lift you up, and we will make sure you get your dream to crowd surf. Like, I feel like punk rock people care most, and they're the most sensitive and most awesome people ever, because they know what it's like to be outcasted, they know what it's like to be judged, and they know what it's like to have people against you, so they try to make others feel better so they don't have to feel like that. And I think that's great. Like, and that's another thing, people look at us, and if they see tattoos or body modifications, they're like, oh, you guys are horrible people, duh, 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 you're never going to get anywhere in life. But I know this person, he's like 40 or whatever, he's completely covered in tats, but you know what he does? He's a doctor. All he has to do is put on that little doctor's coat, the little white one that covers everything, and he goes to work, and nobody suspects he's covered in tats. And then he takes it off when he comes home, and he looks like a punk rock biker who just goes around and chills at bars or whatever, but he is fucking successful. He is great. And all I want to say is people need to stop fucking judging. I'm sorry. I'm just, oh my god. Ugh. Like, what sparked all this anger was that I was talking to one of my best friends, and she was like, yeah, my mom doesn't want me staying the night at your house because you're bisexual. And I was like, what? That's another thing. I don't like how people automatically make accusations. That's what it's called. Make accusations just because I like both genders, that I will like every single person who comes my way, and I will try something, or I will flirt with them, or whatever. Like, people who think that, just because I like girls, I'm going to date every single girl. I have standards, I have a type, okay? And if you want to know my type, okay, my type is cute, short, little, and not, like, cute, like I'm shallow as shit, but, like, I'm saying, like, sweet, okay? When I say cute, I usually mean sweet. Because, sweet things are cute, okay? But, like, sweet girls who are, like, shorter than me, they have cute little chubby cheeks, and they're just, like, I like girls who are super nice, and they have, like, colorful hair, and they're all in punk and everything, and I like chubby girls, okay? I'm into chubby girls. I think they're adorable. I don't know why. I don't have my reasons. I think they're cute. I think they're perfect, okay? And I especially like when they're all insecure and they think, you know, and they don't think that much of themselves. And then I'm over here like, wow, you're perfect. And that pretty much describes my crush, because I think she's absolutely perfect, but she's actually really insecure. But I'm not going to talk about her because I don't think she'd like me talking about that. But what I'm saying is that I don't like how everybody makes accusations against each stereotype or whatever. And I was just really mad because her mom was like, no, you can't stay the night there because she's bisexual. And I was like, she's my best friend. If I had a crush on her, I would have tried something if we were hanging out. I would have made out with her when we were hanging out, okay? Just because she stays the night at my house does not mean that I will try something. If I wanted to try something, it would have already been done because we hang out, okay? Okay, just because it's night doesn't make it any different. Alright? Alright. And I was just really angry because her mom is so against everything. Her mom is like the typical Christian politician type of person who refuses to accept anything her child does. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. And you know what's funny? These type of parents usually end up with the punk rock kids. And punk rock parents usually end up with people who end up thinking like this. It's basically, if you try to morph your child, they will be the opposite of what you want. I'm just saying, if I was ever a mother, I'd let them do what they want as long as it makes them happy and as long as they're safe. Like, I'm not going to be a shitty mom who tells them, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to take this AP physics class, and you